tell you something. They didn't even have to change their sandals. Y'all didn't know that, did you? I just wanted to give you the 411 today. They didn't have to change their sandals. They grew in their sandals. Their sandals didn't even wear out. If you stay in God, God won't wear you out. Men of God, God will build something in you like he did the children of Israel. Yes, they disobeyed. Yes, they were frustrated. Yes, they started worshiping other gods. But through all the storm, God led them out to the promised land. Why? Because they had a great man of God leading them. Great men of God today. Here we find Moses was a man doing his best to do God's plan. He loved the people of Israel who God called him to lead. Here we talk about another great man of God, Joshua. When Moses led Israel out of Egypt, one of the young men who quickly rose to recognition was Joshua. That's why you don't let that devil tell you you're too young to be used by God. Because when I'm gone, praise God, when God called me home, somebody in my house, in the house of Israel, gonna have to grab this mic and preach to those who would not hear me, teach to those who didn't want to learn from me, praise to those who wants to pray, worship to those who wants to worship. Oh, like Joshua, Joshua picked up the mantle that Moses laid down and continued to lead God's people. Great man of God. He was a young man. Young men of God. Praise God. Joshua was chosen as one of the 12 spies to enter the land that God had promised to Israel. Many of us know the story. Though the vast majority of the spies returned with a discouraging report of the land, God said he would give them Joshua and Caleb, reporting all the wonderful things God could provide in Caleb. That's why when you look on the boulevard, some people might see despair. You look on the boulevard, some people may see homelessness. When you look on the boulevard, some people may see drugs and alcohol. When you look on the boulevard, some people may smell foul, stink. Oh, but men of God, when you look on the boulevard and you see despair, you see happiness. Why? Because God can send a word. When you see homelessness, you know that God will provide them that don't have a home. When you see those that don't want to be friendly, you can go introduce them to a friend that will never leave them nor forsake them. When you see those that are hungry, the Bible said God will feed the hungry. When you see those in the land of despair, you can come back and say there is prosperity on the boulevard. Wherever God's people is, there's prosperity. All they need is one word to change their lives. Joshua, great man of God. The people of Israel refused to enter the land God had given them. Isn't this funny when God brings you out of bondage and allows you to see the marvelous light? We still refuse God. Come on, somebody. I'm talking here. I know. Been there. Patiently, Joshua trusted God. You have to have trust in God, men of God. Because it's not easy to do it. But you can't do it by yourself. Praise God. Joshua never tried to overpower or try to overdo the authority that Moses had. He waited until it was his time to lead Israel into the promised land. We have a lot.